Hey, guys, welcome back and happy Tuesday. Guys, I want to start off by thanking you so much for joining us today in our live talking about 90 Day Fiancé and, of course, another successful round of Hot Messy Topics. We will be back tonight at 6 p.m. for a subscribers only live chat with Jason from Down with Jason to talk about more Hot Messy Topics. And then, of course, he's back tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern to do his Anchor Watch, which has been a huge success. I don't know because I would never do a show at 11, but he's killing it. So if you guys are interested, you love Below Deck, go check it out. That's not what we're here to talk about today, though. We're back to talk about the fact that Andy Cohen addresses Nene Leakes wanting to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Dorit Kemsley's home invasion. We have all the details and more. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we all know Andy Cohen, the father of Bravo, one of the executive producers of all the Real Housewives. Well, he has recently shared his thoughts on some important issues within the franchise. Mind you, it seems like there are a couple of issues. He's been the host of every installment of the series, and it's no secret how invested he is in the network's success. One of his former colleagues in the franchise, Nene Leakes, recently opened up about possibly returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, last year, Nene accused Andy of racism and asked viewers to boycott the network. Lately, however, she said she would return to the show if certain conditions were met. She would need to have a constructive one-on-one conversation with Andy in order to continue. Now, Andy, who has had conflicts with several castmates in the past, spoke about Nene's possible return on Andy Cohen Live. It's a new show of his on Sirius XM, and he said the situation is complicated. Andy shared that he is now in contact with Nene again since her husband passed away. Andy never stated that he was okay with her return. In fact, his next comments were somewhat cryptic. He said, "What I don't want to do is get into a public thing with her. I think she would probably prefer that I keep her name out of my mouth, and that is what I'm going to honor." Perhaps this means Nene's name will not be mentioned by Andy as the network discusses casting decisions, which would be a bad sign for her. But some fans feel hopeful that he is at least in communication with Nene, which may lead to something in the future. In past seasons, it's been difficult for Andy to give cast members who have said uncomfortable truths about the show to give them any sort of forgiveness. It's been hard. They've talked about the show, Bravo, the network, the Housewives, the franchises really specifically. They're kind of like his babies. So I'm sure if you talk about them, if you're out here bashing them, if you're slamming the network and Andy Cohen, saying that you have stuff on him, behind the scenes and you have receipts, yeah, I'm sure he's not going to take too kindly to that, because if you do in fact have receipts, I'm sure he probably doesn't want them out. Now, if you guys remember, Alex McCord was on the Real Housewives of New York. Well, after Alex exposed the producer's manipulation of storylines on the Real Housewives of New York, she was never asked on this series again. Only time will tell if Nene can break back into the cast. Without a doubt, it will be an uphill battle for her, especially after she made comments about the network, which is the ultimate sin, according to Andy. On The View, Andy also opened up about Dorit Kemsley's recent home invasion, in which 3 armed men broke into her bedroom, stealing a reported $1 million in jewelry and handbags. Andy said Dorit handled this like a pro. She dealt with it in a way that you would read about and you would want to deal with it. According to the Bravo executive, Dorit made sure her kids were okay. Although the hosts of The View wanted Andy to give more details, he expressed that it wasn't in his right to do so. Dorit was recently seen at a dinner with other castmates, as well as our rumored newcomer, Sanella Diana Jenkins, and the Bravo cameras were rolling. So viewers can most certainly look forward to seeing this play out on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, for Nene Leakes, we've been so excited about a possible return, and especially on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, after hearing that Porsha Williams is out. She's doing her new spinoff show. I was about to say filming it, but it's about to come out at the end of the month. We will be covering that on our channel. But after knowing that she's gone and knowing that there's no Nene, knowing that Cynthia's gone, which Cynthia was a good buffer, but never really was a main storyline, it makes you wonder, can Kandi Burruss, Marlo Hampton, Drew Sidora, Kenya Moore, and Sheree Whitfield with our newcomer, can they hold a season? I feel like it would be great to bring Nene back because even though she's still friends with Marlo Hampton, I'm sure she has some unfinished business with a few of the women, maybe Sheree Whitfield. I'm not sure. I couldn't see or imagine what she would have to say to Candy, but she has said, I do have unfinished business. So with that, we want to know what that unfinished business is. Will she be returning? And will Andy actually forgive her? Now, if he's pretty much saying that right now he is going to honor the fact that she probably wants her name kept out of his mouth, that really doesn't look like a great sign. It almost feels like he's not going to mention her or talk about her or breathe any more life into this. And it makes it kind of feel like a rumor. And if it is a rumor and she's not actually returning, then some fans are going to go in on Nene saying, well, you're trying to make a desperate return back to the Housewives because what else do you have going on? Which is unfortunate because I've seen a lot of backlash against Nene lately, and I do feel bad for her. She lost her husband. I feel like there's not enough sympathy, and I couldn't even imagine. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So I couldn't even imagine what Nene Leakes is going through. But I could see where she would think in her mind, you know what? Greg has passed away. My kids are grown. Why don't I just figure out what I'm doing next, what my next move is, and if I can break back into the Housewives? It was something that she was very successful in. If you think about Housewives, Nene is the top 5 when you think of Housewives names. She was the Real Housewives of Atlanta, very much so like Teresa Giudice is the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So I could see why she would think, oh, okay, well, the network will bring me back. However, though, once she slammed the network and she took it to that next level by claiming that Andy Cohen was exhibiting, well, certain behaviors, let's say that, because I don't want to keep repeating them, even though this is, you know, how Nene feels. I don't want to take anything away from Nene. I just couldn't imagine after she asked fans to boycott the network bringing her back. But then again, it's a business, and if ratings are plummeting and they think Nene Leakes can save it, they might offer her to come back, but also keep her at a distance. So I'm not the guy with the suit and tie at NBC making these decisions. That's why I'm still just a little bit confused as to what will actually go down. Guys, I don't want to just give you all this information and not ask about your opinions. I'm so curious. What are your thoughts about this? Would you be here for a Nene return? And based off of what Andy Cohen said, do you think that she will actually return? Or do you think that he will turn his back on her and keep it turned because she turned her back on him? That's a lot of back turning. All right. Go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget also, we will be going live tonight at 6 p.m. for Hot Messy Topics. We will be talking about Nene Leakes, Dorit Kemsley, Travis Scott being banned by Kris Jenner, the Kardashians, Andy Cohen. We have a lot to talk about, and that's a subscribers only live chat. So if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to smash that like button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you so much to Reality Blurb for this article, and also, well, tonight, 11 p.m., Anchor Watch on Down with Jason. Subscribers only. See you soon. Bye, guys.